You may have wealth, but without God, what do you truly possess? You have nothing. Jesus warned that focusing on material things without God leads to ruin. He asked how difficult it is for those with riches to enter God's kingdom. He cautioned against greed, stating that a person's life is not measured by the quantity of their possessions. However, the devil claims that all you need is security from birth to death to be happy. The Apostle Paul advised Timothy to teach the wealthy not to be arrogant. Do not place your trust in the unreliable things that money can buy. Instead, place your trust in God. Jesus instructed to prioritize God's kingdom and righteousness, promising that everything else will follow. Put God first, and He will handle the rest. In my interactions with young people, whether in high schools or colleges, I've noticed they feel certain things deeply. Many young people today believe they have been misled. They feel that our generation has deceived them. Indeed, young people have been misled. But let me tell you, every generation has faced deception, especially this one. The Bible describes the devil as the master deceiver. His goal is to mislead you. In 2 Thessalonians, he is referred to as the lie. Jesus identified him as a liar and the source of all lies. The devil's mission is to confuse you. He misleads each generation by suggesting that pleasure and wealth can become your gods, and that they will bring you happiness and fulfillment. Eventually, that illusion will fade. When you're young, he may lure you into using drugs, promising mind expansion and peace. But soon, you'll discover you're trapped. You are being misled. The devil brainwashes you daily, using every means available. Sometimes, unfortunately, even the church can mislead you. At times, it may prevent you from knowing the true Jesus, who can forgive, fulfill, and transform your life, offering love and friendship. The devil seeks to mislead you. He is described in the Bible as the deceiver. He deceived Eve in the Garden of Eden by convincing her that eating the forbidden fruit would make her like God. He told her she wouldn't die and there would be no judgment or hell. She believed his lie. Thus, the first humans on earth were deceived. The fall of humanity began with the devil's deception. And Satan continues to mislead this generation. You might achieve success and reach great heights, but there will be an underlying loneliness and emptiness. You will learn that the power, wealth, and glamour you sought do not bring complete satisfaction. During adolescence, feelings of depression can be intense. Between the ages of 16 and 23, you might experience deep periods of depression and insecurity if you lack goals, purpose, or meaning in your life. You might feel preoccupied with emptiness, leading to depression. At times, you may act egotistically, trying to prove your worth through eccentric behavior to gain attention. The Bible tells us that we are all sinners. I believe it's crucial to share the truth with young people. Unfortunately, my generation hasn't effectively communicated this truth. What is the truth? The truth is that you have inherited a deadly disease called sin, which will ultimately lead to death. The Bible states that sin's wage is death. We haven't conveyed this message clearly. You have this disease, and there is no cure on your own. It will lead to your physical death. It will also lead to spiritual death, where your soul becomes lost and separated from God for eternity, as taught by Jesus. A lost soul wanders in darkness, cut off from God and everything good. Jesus described this state as hell. Many among you tonight are lost souls living in a form of hell here on earth. If you are outside of Jesus Christ, The Bible declares you are afflicted with this disease. The consequence of sin is death. The soul that sins will die. You are under a death sentence, merely awaiting execution. There is only one cure, one remedy that works. God guarantees it. I know it works. It has for countless individuals who have placed their faith in Jesus Christ. It can work for you tonight if you trust Him. You might feel a sense of failure. When you feel this way, what do? Some turn to sex, thinking modern solutions have resolved their problems. But with illegitimacy rates now 5 times higher than 20 years ago, and with sexually transmitted diseases reaching epidemic levels, is that true? The Bible advises to flee from fornication. It declares that sexual experiences outside of marriage are wrong. Let's be honest about it, as the Bible instructs. You may disagree, and that's your choice. But I must tell you, the Bible states that sex outside of marriage is a sin. Many young people facing failure and disappointment in their lives, making suicide a leading cause of death on college campuses today. Some turn to drugs. Recently, I learned that 6% of American youth are now trying hard drugs. This is alarming. The US government spends an average of $65,000 to try to treat one addict, but only 1% find a cure, while many just end up in jail. This drug epidemic is dangerous, not only in America, but across the globe. Additionally, young people often feel lonely. A sense of failure can lead to profound loneliness. An actor recently shared that despite his success and fame, he feels utterly alone when he returns home. He expressed a longing for someone who truly loves him. To that actor, if you're watching, know that you can hold the hand of Jesus. He loves you. He'll forgive you and be a friend who sticks closer than a brother. He wants to offer you purpose and meaning in your life. I also find that young people seek a challenge. They desire something that pushes them. I've spoken to many young people involved in the military, and some express they choose to serve because they crave the thrill and challenge. People are drawn to challenges, whether in sports or life. Why not embrace a spiritual challenge? A challenge to change lives, to alleviate loneliness, to remove sin and guilt. Why not take on the challenge of following Jesus Christ and spreading love instead of hate? What an incredible challenge we have. Lastly, I observe that young people everywhere want a faith to believe in, something logical and fulfilling that offers real daily experiences. Not a drug experience, but a spiritual one. If you come to Jesus Christ, you will find it. Following Him makes sense and fulfills both mind and spirit. While you cannot come to Christ purely through intellect due to the effects of sin, you can approach Him with simple, childlike faith. You can also have a profound experience with Him. It's wonderful to feel Christ's presence, granting you strength and a sense of peace regardless of your circumstances. Even in difficult times, you can overcome despair and physical limitations by the power of the Holy Spirit within you. How amazing it is to have faith that can change the world and transform your life